Hi everybody, I think we're on Veda 19. I've just come back from having my blood pressure checked. And it's lucky I've got an appointment with the doctor for next week because it's too high again as usual. I'm not surprised really because I've been charging around like a lunatic all day. Been to the hospital this morning for the weight management. Oh, what fun. Not gained anything. Not lost anything. So for the last 4 visits to the hospital have been exactly the same thing. It's good in a way, it means I'm not actually putting weight on. But it's bad in the fact I'm supposed to be losing it. So I've got to go and see that doctor again to find out why I'm not losing it. I know why I'm not losing it, because I'm not moving about. And here we go to the same old thing, isn't it? We go round in this circle. Too fat to have an operation. The operation would mean I could probably walk about more. Can't have the operation because I'm too fat. Can't lose weight. Still too fat. And we go in a circle. Round and round and round. Sorry for pointing my scissors at you. There's a reason for I've got scissors. Well, I said I wasn't going to buy any more clothes, but I couldn't resist it. It's like, reminds me of the Beatles, when you can see it on Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. And I got it for really cheap because nobody bid on it. I do like it when nobody bids on it. To be honest with you, it was a really crap photograph. And yet somebody else had one for sale at a higher price, and their photograph was gorgeous, yeah. So I knew kind of what this was going to look like. And it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just hoping for the weather to stay nice. Man, it was nice enough for me to go to the hospital wearing me turquoise and purple beads, and here comes Gigi, wanted to sit on my knee. I've got purple dress on and purple boots. So my nurse did say to me, she said, "Oh, you're looking rather dressed up today, where have you been?" I said, "Hospital." And then I had a great time coming back because this lovely young taxi driver picked me up, and it was a super duper vehicle and it had sliding doors, and he slid the door on my hand. He didn't do it on purpose. I didn't even tell him. I just went, "Ah," and he just, he said, "The door's catching on something." I felt like saying, "Yeah, my finger, my hand, it's catching on my hand." It caught all those fingers there, but it's only that one that's bruising. It's really sore, that one. But it just shows how stoic I am about pain, because I was just like going, anybody else would have been, "God," not me. Well, as I've got nothing to talk to you really about, I was just going to open my mail. But I don't think I'm going to bother opening that one because that's for the electoral May election, whatever. So don't think I'll bother with that one. I'll bother opening it later, but it's not exciting for you to watch, is it? Have I got anything else that's boring? Don't know what these are. We should have a little look. I'm always a bit wary when I'm cutting the scissors. When I watch Z with a knife going zip, I'm thinking, don't cut anything. What have I got in here? Oh yeah, I've got a tens machine and I haven't been using it because my sticky pads stopped being sticky. So this is what these are, my new sticky pads. I've been putting those pain patches on. I sent for some the other day, and as usual on eBay, they look big, don't they? And then when they arrived, they were about the size of 4 postage stamps stuck together. I've got one on now, but you don't know where to stick it because it's that tiny. Right. Second class, this one says, so it can't be anything vital in this one either, can it? Bear with me. Would you believe the sun's trying to shine now after it being freezing all day? What have I got in here? Oh, the same thing, but they're bigger patches. They're more substantial. I've got 2 sizes of tens machine. I've got one that was my mum's, which I will probably have to buy a new battery for because it's a big battery, that has 4 pads to it. And then I've got one that my ex-husband bought me, and it's just a little one. It's not as powerful as my mum's. And it just holds the 2 sticky pads. But both of them have lost this sticky So I need to check them both, put new batteries in both of them, and then maybe I'll have some relief from my hip pain. Right, we're on. Got another one to open. Aren't you excited? No, you're not. Gotta sound like muck with them. Gigi's feeling a bit upset with me because, of course, I've been out twice and left him. Oh, I went on my new scooter when I went to get my blood pressure. Obviously, I didn't go to the hospital on it. Because my new scooter's only got a range now of 15 miles, whereas the other one had 20 miles. Not that I ever went 20 miles, but slow. Trying to curb my Lewis Hamilton tendencies here. It's only 2 miles an hour slower, but my God. It's like taking a saunter, a gentle jaunt up the hill, you know, whereas usually I go zip up the hill. But I have to say it's more comfortable. It is more comfortable. Right, what have I got in here? Oh! I like all these pieces of cardboard they keep giving me. My paper recycling is always over the top. This is crochet. I think it's in, yeah, it's in Your Fingering Yarn 4-ply. Take a bow, it's called, or take a bow, whichever you want to see. I hope you can see it because it's in a, what do you call it, laminated. So I hope you can see it. So that's that one. This other one I think will be a pattern, the last one in the list. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I got these scissors off the eBay ones. Don't tell me what, ask me where or what, but how. But I've got 2 pair of them, and they're the most superbly little sharp scissors. They are fabulous, and I shouldn't be using them for paper, but I use them for everything. Here I go again. Got another envelope. I've got another piece of cardboard saying Walker's Crisps, and I've got another pattern. This one says Monster Buddy, thank you for your custom. Wow. And this one is, oh, it doesn't say what ply it is. Looks pretty fine. And it is coming summer, isn't it? It's done, oh it's done in crochet on a 350 hook. Crochet was billed as a double knitting, but it really wasn't. It was beautiful, beautiful yarn. I wish they still made it now. I used to crochet all my dresses with it. It was like a silk twist. Sue would go crazy for it. She would love it. It was like I haven't got any left of it. I wish I did. It had a silk twist to it, and it washed and washed and washed. It was quite expensive, but by gum. And it hung lovely, you know, for dresses. Anyway, this one is a top. Again, I've got this off eBay. So I'm sorry if I annoy you, because probably you can't find these patterns, but you have to be an avid eBay searcher. You know, there isn't an easy way. There isn't, Jan, can you give me the link to it? Because, no, it will be gone by then. There's usually only one of them. And you have to just keep your eye on the ball. There's no easy, whatever way to do these things. You have to search every day. I spend about, I don't know, half an hour or an hour every day searching for different things on eBay. This is how you find your bargains, you see. You don't find your bargains if you go on once a blue moon and think, I'll just search for something, necklaces. There may not be any. If you'd search the day after, there might be some. If you'd search the day before, there might be some. So you just have to be, how can I put it, vigilant, and have to keep looking. Because you won't get any bargains if you don't keep looking. That's how I find my sale bargains off different people. I know who has sales, and I know, and usually another good way is to ask for emails to be sent to you. So they send you an email when they're having a sale. And you don't always want to have the emails when they're having a sale, because, you know, it's nice, they send you one every day. But Kemps send me one every time they've got something new, so I go and have a look if I like it. This is how you get the bargains. I survive on bargains. I could not pay full price. To get decent yarn, I could not pay full price. No. I do sometimes when it's Christmas time or whatever. time for my family to get presents from me, I will pay full price for them then, because they specify a certain colour, etc. But for me, or for when I'm doing for it, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You know, we're back to the old story, aren't we? You can't get what you want for your crochet. You couldn't possibly charge us. I mean, some bright people on the internet saying, oh, to make your business successful, you need to charge yourself a minimum wage for each hour that you're working. Might work if you were crocheting a hat that took you half an hour. If you crochet a jacket like me, and it can take me up to 2 weeks, if I added up my hours, it would be about $150 just for my time, without the cost of the wool. So I'm now covered in bits of paper, but I don't care. So anyway, I like that. I'm thinking more of summary. I'm one of these people, I don't mind too much crocheting with finer yarn. Sue doesn't mind either, you know, so long as we use a decent size. When I say a decent size, look, I mean something like I don't like going much lower than a G, you know, 4mm. Although I will go to a 350 if I need to. So that's what I got today. I have made a little teeny weeny video that'll be separate to this one because I can't join them together. That just show me scooter off a little bit more. But I didn't take you on a journey with me because like it was a new scooter and I needed like both hands and concentration, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like when you're driving a new car that's new to you. You need to concentrate on changing the gears, don't you, and doing everything. I mean, I don't change gears on a scooter, but I have to know exactly where, you know, everything is on it. He explained it to me and I did have a quick look at the manual yesterday, but it's a bit like a washing machine manual, you know. You're like, what? What's this? Don't understand. Whereas when you just sit on it and go, you know. I think if I read the manual, I'd be terrified. I wouldn't even want to do anything. You know, don't do this, don't do that. Don't corner at speed. You know, why not? I like cornering at speed. I like going on 2 wheels. I'd have a blooming job to corner on 2 wheels with this one. I mean, I would ring them up and say I want to change it back to the faster one, but the faster one was not as comfortable. There's a big difference with this. You know, with having the pneumatic tyres. At least got suspension, you know, and the seat's sprung. I mean, I still come back with a bad back, but not, oh, I come back screaming bad back when I go on the other one. As for its name, I'm considering it calling it Slowpoke actually, but undecided as yet. But it'll probably be one of the suggestions that you suggested. Unless I stick with Underlay, Slowpoke, you know. Right, just let me, have a drink. I've got my mug that somebody bought me. It looks like cables, knitted cables up the side of it. Can't remember. Somebody gave it me. Forgotten. Terrible, aren't I? Yeah. I did say to the woman this morning, I've got a brain fade. Oh, I know, it was the BP nurse. She said, I always run late, don't I, when I've got you to come to see me. And she said, I was late last time, wasn't I? And I said, no, you weren't late. I was late. I said, in fact, I was so late, I missed it altogether. She went, oh, well, we're even now then. Tell you, when you know your blood pressure lady on first name terms, you know, it's bad, isn't it, really? Anyway, I'd already booked an appointment to see the GP, as you know, because of my froggy throat. So she says to me, your blood pressure's not come down enough, you're going to have to see the GP. And I thought, I said, well, I've already got an appointment booked actually for next week for my throat. And she said, oh, that's okay. Oh, a UPS van has just gone by. I've had 2 messages on my phone. One telling me that an ice order was coming tomorrow, and another one telling me that an ice order was coming today. Now, I do have 2 ice orders outstanding, if you remember. One that's been missing about 2 weeks. And the one that they're telling me is coming is the one I ordered the day that Sue was here. Because I ordered that, I couldn't resist, I had to order that colour. You know, the one that we said it looked like peacocks, I had to order it, I had to. And we were enabling Grace as well, but unfortunately when Grace went to order it was sold out. Because me and Sue had probably had it all. But I've got another order. There's some sale stuff coming. So I do hope it does come, because then I can put it on my Veda number 20 tomorrow, and I have something to talk to you about. My brown recycled cardigan, what I was making, it's now sort of finished, but it's not stitched together, so I'll show you that tomorrow. I did manage to have enough yarn left to do little short sleeves with it. If I'd known how little it would have took, I might have been tempted just to make the waistcoat and make it a bit longer, but I am not pulling it undone. No way. It'll have to be a short jacket with short sleeves. So I'm hoping. I might have an order for 2 boleros, maybe. Don't know. The thing is, she saw a bolero that I'd reduced, because it was one of those from last year that didn't sell, so I just reduced it down. That's always dangerous for me to do that, because then somebody said, can they have them in different colours, and I have to tell them that I can't do them at that price, you know. So I really do myself a harm when I do things like that. I should just stick it out and put the price I want and not reduce it when it doesn't sell, you know. But if they've been there more than like a season or so, I get a bit bored with them being in my collection, whatever you call it. And I think, no, I want to put new stuff in there. I'm fed up with that one. I want to put something new in. But then I reduce it, and of course then this is what happens. I did it with a baby thing the other week. I'd reduced it right down, and it was a dungaree set with a jacket and a hat. This lady said, can you make it be in pink? And I'm like, no way. I couldn't even make it in the yarn for what I was asking for it. I couldn't do it. So I had to say reluctantly, no, I can't do it. I'd have to charge you almost twice that price. So of course I didn't hear back from her. But such is life. Such is life. And I still haven't found the lady who wanted a virus shawl yet. I really must go through. I've got to answer all my comments yet. I just seem to be, like, I mean, now it's what, 4:30, I'm looking at me, I haven't got watch on. It's nearly 4:30 in the afternoon. And all I've done today is tear around, like, to the hospital, to the blood pressure, you know, fitted a bit of shopping because I needed a loaf. So I just feel like I've just sat down now, you know. I did manage to do 2 rows on my virus shawl, my hospital shawl, while I was in the hospital waiting. It'll grow eventually. Eventually it will get finished, because I just do about 2 rows every time I go to the hospital. So eventually, it's about that big now, so eventually it'll grow. I mean, I'm always surprised when I pull it out, because I'm always, oh, is this a nice colour? Because if I don't go to the hospital for a few weeks, I'm like that. I cannot go for about 3 months, and then I get all my appointments together. Like I had two today, I had another one the other day. I've got 2 or 3 next week. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah. But I'm getting there. I still haven't written my to-do list, although I was feeling very pleased with what I achieved yesterday. Haven't brought the table in yet, sorry Nathan, it's still outside. I get told off, you see, because it's not supposed to be an outdoor table. But by the time I'd done what I had to do yesterday, my hip was just going, ah. So I just did not feel like humping. It's kind of like, I would have just put it to get no trouble when I was young. I would have just thrown it over, you know, folded it up. It's like a wallpaper table. But now, of course, everything hurts too much. I would just go, and I have to tip it over. So that's, tip it over, sit in the chair for a bit, fold the legs in, sit in the chair for a bit, and then fold it together. And it had gone really cold by the time it was about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. And I looked at the table and I thought, no, it's not going to rain. It's going to stay there till tomorrow. And then look at it tomorrow like it's 4:30. It's gone chilly again. And I'm thinking, nah. So I can't really think. I kind of lost Gigi yesterday. I don't know whether I mentioned it or not. Looking all over for him. I thought, where's he gone? Gigi, no answer, nothing. Thought he can't have gone out because I've been in and the doors have been closed. Can't have gone out. So I thought I'll go and look upstairs because the door was open to the upstairs. Remember I bought that pillow that's like, you know, that shape. And you're supposed to lie in the middle of it. Well, that was on my bed and it was covered over by my duvet and that. He'd gone underneath kind of, oh, don't know who that is. A man pushing a new baby, I'm intrigued. He'd gone in between the bit of the pillow that's like that. He'd gone in there and underneath the duvet and made himself a little nest. And he was fast asleep. And if you want to know where he is again, he's on his chair, fast asleep. He was sat on my knee before you saw him, didn't you? Now he's given up with me and gone over there. He got cross with me because I've been out twice today. So, you know, he does sulk a little. Not like my Buster. My Buster never sulked. He was always absolutely overjoyed to see me. Even if I've only been up the road to post a letter. He greeted me like I'd been away for a fortnight. He was like, oh, Mum, where have you been? I missed you. And he was running around, he used to go, because he was so happy to see me. And one time when I'd been in hospital and he had to go and live at my son's, you know, for a couple of weeks until I got myself sorted. And when he came in the door, honestly, he knocked me over with love, you know, he was so happy to see me. I mean, that's what I miss. That's what I really do miss, but can't be. I see these little dogs when I'm out and I think, oh, that's a sweet little dog. Then I'm like, no, you cannot have another dog, you can't cope. I mean, where would I leave a little dog if he had to go in hospital again? My son's already got 3 now, so there's no way he could have 4, and he's only got a small house like me. So, man, these dogs are very good. They're not like bouncy in the way dogs. I mean, they have the silly half hours, don't get me wrong, they do, but they're not like catapulting round the place dogs, you know, that are acting silly and chasing and that. You know, they will lie down when they're told to and that. But they do go on good walks, so that probably wears them out a bit. Whereas, you see, I couldn't take a dog on a good walk. And unfortunately, I can't afford to pay a day, you know, daily day. See what I'm like with my teeth? A daily dog walker. Because when I had Buster, I could only afford to have her 2 or 3 times a week. Which luckily was okay for Buster because he wasn't that. I mean, he was 15, like, you know, well, almost 15. And he hadn't got much spring in his step, let's just say, so that was enough for him. And sometimes my neighbour would take him. She'd say, do you want me to take Buster, you know? And he'd plod along. That was how he used to go for a walk, like plod. Whereas when he was younger and I was able to walk, I used to open the front door, and if I didn't leave him on his lead, he'd be in the clough at the bottom before I'd got down the first house. Yeah, he used to set off running. And I used to think, oh no, he's going to get run over one day. But then he wouldn't go in the clough, he would sit. There's like a revolving gate thing. He would sit there and wait for me. And many a time when I was going down the hill, I'd hear people say, oh, and who do you belong to, boy? Have you got lost and that? And I had to shout down saying, no, he's with me, he's just run off in front of me. But he was so funny. And he used to go galloping off. And then he would turn round to make sure I was following him, you know, and he'd go galloping off again. But then he would always, I think I've told you before, he always would jump in the stream. And he was part hippopotamus because he would go straight in like that. Just the edges of his nostrils, just enough to breathe. And his eyes would be showing above the water. He'd be completely submerged. People going past used to laugh at him. They used to say, oh, look at that dog. Look at him. And then eventually, when he'd had enough and he'd cooled off enough, he would jump up and shake himself and go off for a wander. But he loved to walk up the narrow part of the stream. Part of our walk used to be him. He'd be paddling, you know, all the way down the stream. And if he had a ball, he'd take the ball in his mouth and be walking up the stream. Yeah, it's nice to have happy memories. I'm sure you've all got happy memories of your pets. They're part of that. This is why I can never understand how anybody can abuse an animal. I don't care what animal it is. You know, I don't even like, you know, I mean, obviously I'm anti-fox hunting, things like that. You know, people who say, oh, rats are vermin and they go down and shoot them. Yes, I agree that rats are a nuisance, and cull them humanely or something. You know, don't go and take pot shots at them and wound them. And the poor thing's limping off into the distance. You can't stand. I mean, I don't like rats, don't get me. I just don't like mice and rats. Don't mind pet ones. But I don't want to see them running around in my house or anything like that. But I wouldn't knowingly harm one or hurt one. You know, if there was one in the house, I'd have to corner it or something and put it in a box and let it go outside. I can't harm an animal, I just can't. Unless it's a spider. Me and spiders. Nope. Our ear will catch them carefully. And he's going, come on Boris, come on Boris. And he puts them in a little thing like that. And takes them out, and I'm going, throw them in somebody else's garden, throw them across the road, I don't want them coming back in again. And he's going, oh, what's up with you? And I won't kill a bee. I'll kill a wasp, but I won't kill a bee. I always do that with a bee. Carefully trap it in a glass, you know, slide a card under it, and then fly away, Mr. Bee, fly away. Yeah. Anyway, my ice yarn is coming today. It won't come while I'm on this camera, it won't. They normally come sometimes about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening. So I'm afraid if it does come tomorrow, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. And then tomorrow, if another one does come tomorrow, you'll probably have to wait, well, what day are we on now? Wednesday? Yeah. You probably have to wait, well, Friday for that one. So I'm going to go and retrieve my dustbins, my refuse bins, whatever they're called. They're at the curbside. They've been emptied while I've been out. So I need to go and retrieve them because you get fined if you leave them out when they've been emptied too long. I don't know. So whether they don't find me for putting them out the night before. But the bin men can come sometimes at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sorry, but I'm not rushing out there in my nightwear, putting bins out at before 7 in the morning. I mean, sometimes the bin men have come at 7:15. So I put them out the night before. So if the council don't like it, then they can lump it, because I am not going out early. I'm not setting my alarm early in the morning just to go and put the bins out. So they go out the night before. Anyway, I'm going to sew the sleeves in my cardigan now, find a button and sew it on, finish my drink of coffee, and then find something for our dinners and put them in. He's still asleep. After all the fuss he made when I came in because I'd been missing. It was all cling, 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 you know, all around me everywhere. I looked like a fur rug before I went up to the nurse. Still got it all over me. I was absolutely just covered in dog hair. I've actually sent away for a little, it's like an under hair brush. My son has them for his 2 dogs. So I thought I'd get one for Gigi, because his under hair comes up to the surface and you could sort of pull it out in tufts. And I think they call him a rake or something. So he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to get raked. Not raped, raked. It's my accent you don't understand all the time. Yeah, so I'm hoping that the dog rake will come soon. And then he can get... I mean, they brush him at home, but it's not getting rid of... He's molting like the devil here, you know. And so... Oh, I'm glad he's not awake. Next door's granddaddy always comes up my driveway so that he can go half up the pavement and half up the road. So he doesn't like bumping up the curb because the curb's like about that high. So he goes up my driveway because it's level with the road, like goes up there and drives next door. It drives Gigi crazy. Gigi's like, how dare you come up my drive? How dare you? Right, I'm going to go now, so it's a short one today. I mean, I taught myself out of time yesterday. I hadn't charged the battery up in between, so the battery gave up the ghost. So I even had to charge the phone up before I could upload the video. I can't remember if I was saying anything vitally important anyway. It was nothing that would have changed your life. So I'm going to go now, and I haven't caught up with anybody's videos today, so I'm going to have to try to have a go at catching up with some videos. I'm so far behind now, I'm meeting myself coming back. It's alright doing a vlog every day in April, but I never thought about answering all the comments every day in April. Oh, never mind. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Right, I'm going to go, and I might take my jacket off now because Gigi will only put more hair on it. Put something else on. I love it though. Love it. And my trusty beads that I love so much. They don't half go with a lot of my things. If I had to choose just one necklace out of all the ones I've got, it would be this one, I think. I just love it. So, or the one that's pearls with a black flower and pearls hanging down. So that's two necklaces that I couldn't live without. Anyway, for the umpteenth time, I am going this time. So, bye y'all. And now I've got to reach over, get the camera and turn it off. Have a nice day. Bye.